Okay, no problem. Today, inshallah, we need to study the parts of sentence and the phrases. But we'll do the opposite. And we'll study chapter number 3, and then we'll go to number 2. Okay? All right. Now here for CS 8, let's go. Here, page CS 8 down. This one, the phrase. Okay, John, if you don't understand anything, let me explain it again and again and again. And if we need to speak some words in Arabic, no problem, don't worry. Okay, my dear friend, let's go. What is phrase? Phrase, a piece of information in the sentence. Let's skip this diagnostic review as a test. Let's skip it now. Here. We need to know what means a phrase, a group of words, of related words. It's used as a single part of a speech. And it does not contain verb or subject. Remember, it does not contain the verb or subject. It means, for example, if I said here, we found your pen. Who found my pen? We. Have a subject. What did we do? Found. Verb. What did you found? Your pen. Object. That is the point. But what means a phrase? We have many kinds of phrases. But let's see. For example here, do we have subject and verb in this part? And instead of preposition, before a noun, conjunction, pronoun. There is no verb. So
No.
that is called prepositional phrase. So it has no subject or verb. But how about this? Could have been all of it verb. That means there is no subject. So it means the phrase anything, any group of words, but it does not contain verb or subject. We can call it phrase. But the problem, John, is what kind of phrase? So we have 5, 6 phrases, but what kind? Let's study them. Of course, here's simple exercise like that is a phrase, yes, preposition phrase, verb phrase, preposition phrase. And here we have clause and sentence, but don't have second clause, it's a phrase. Here, verb phrase. All right, now let's study all the types of phrases. The first one, prepositional phrase. We call it prepositional because it starts with preposition. Joy, are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah, always revise.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but always be near to me and make your voice clear. Right.
Okay.
So let's proceed. If a prepositional phrase, we call it prepositional because it starts with preposition and the information after the phrase. That's it. So you must memorize all the phrases at prepositional phrase. Okay, that is the beginning. Where in the end? So for example, if I'm reading sentence like that, that is the prepositional phrase. But that is the beginning. Where is the end? To the full stop. But that is only the prepositional phrase. So no subject and no verb in the phrase. So the subject and verb is not here. So don't look here. So this is the subject, this is the verb. Catch it?
Yes.
So that means you must memorize all the prepositions in, at, on, among, between, circa, amid, as you know, it depends. Let's see. Here we have preposition. Okay, but that is the beginning. Here we have the end of the preposition. Why I stopped it to this end? Because you are going to write adverb. If this adverb stopped the phrase. Yeah, Dr. John, can you give me 1 minute to answer my father? He is in the hospital. Just one second. And John, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So now we know, or we should know, the beginning of the phrase and the end of the phrase, right? Okay, John. Now, John, this is a preposition. يبقى that is a preposition phrase. طب why I stopped here? Because you find the comma. So the comma can stop the phrase. طب here I found the preposition. Okay, يبقى that is a preposition phrase. Why? Because the full stop stopped. So what stops the phrase? Adverb, full stop, comma, or verb. For example, in preposition phrase, of preposition phrase. But this time the verb stopped the phrase. يبقى that is only phrase, not was bird. يبقى that is preposition phrase. That is verb phrase. That is preposition phrase again. Look. So how many phrases in this sentence? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 prepositional phrases. Right?
Right.
In this example, where are the phrases? Try.
At the museum.
At the museum, that's correct. First one. And here, second one, correct. And this is part? No, because this is verb, this pronoun. Yeah, but this is the beginning, this is the end. This is the beginning, this is the end. So we have 2 phrases. So we can have many phrases in any set, yes. But again, next to preposition, 1 phrase. Again, prepositional phrase. So that is a point. You found it? So that is right. Okay, John. We have a simple exception that if I found the compound noun and the compound noun has preposition, so all of it one thing. Okay, but the compound noun has preposition phrase. Okay, but all of it one thing. All of it one noun. But the compound noun consists of a preposition. No problem, but all of it one noun. So be careful. And this is a preposition phrase. But all of it one thing. This exception, don't worry about it. Okay. Now, John, we are going to know something very important. Why this phrase in this place in the sentence? Why not to put this phrase at the end or after noun here? Why? Because this phrase modifies the noun before. So, members of the club. So that means this phrase describe the noun members. And you have studied in English that the adjective modifies noun. So we can call this prepositional phrase as adjective prepositional phrase. Why? Because it came after noun. Like that preposition phrase comes after noun switcher. So what is the job and the function of this phrase? To modify, to describe, to specify, to add details to the noun. What will happen if we change the position of the phrases? The meaning will be changed. It's simple, because if you change the position, the placement of the phrase, of course, the meaning will change. So we call it the adjective phrase because it comes after noun. Okay, let's try another example. Again, Amy closed the cellar door. Amy closed the door to the cellar. Preposition phrase. it modifies the word noun. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Again, for year preposition phrase. It modifies letter. From Aunt Martha. Modify year. It's for year. From Aunt Martha. That's why. But if I change, does the meaning change? Here is a letter from Aunt Martha for you. The same meaning. But that means if I change the phrase, sometimes it changes the meaning, sometimes not. But it check the meaning. Is the same or not? Sometimes not. Again, preposition phrase modifies horse. Preposition phrase modifies trailer. Can we change? Let's check. The horse with the rusted latch in the trailer. But how? Who is with the last latch? The trailer or the horse? The trailer.
The
So
trailer.
this is the phrase must be after trailer, not after horses. That's it. If I take this phrase and put it after laws, it does not modify laws or describe laws. So it must be after what it modifies. So the verb modify means to describe. That's what. Now let's see examples. Are they the same meaning? The light in the kitchen is on. The kitchen light is on, the same meaning. But here he used the compound noun. Here he used preposition phrase. Okay, well, this preposition phrase describe light. So where is the light in the kitchen? But the same means the kitchen light. But here he used adjectives. Here he used adjective phrase. No problem, the same meaning. Okay. The airports in Chicago and New York are crowded. طب how about to say that Chicago and the New York airport have the same meaning? So where are the airports? In Chicago and New York. Not in Chicago only, because we have and. يبقى all of that prepositional phrase. Did you catch it?
Yes.
Now it's your turn. Tell me why this sentence is awkward. Why it's confusing. Let's read.
Please hand me the table book. Please hand me the book on the table. The second one is wrong. Awkward.
That means he said not all the adjective phrase can be changed into one word. Not all. Here he said the table book. So the book of table. How?
No.
So you change the meaning. So hand me the book where is on the table. So this means clear. Because in the test, sometimes we give you sentence like that. The meaning is different in order. So your job is to catch. The meaning is awkward, so it's wrong. That's why. Now let's go to the next. Let's find here some examples in sentence like that. And our job is to find what does the phrase modify. And can you read it?
Identify the adjective phrases in the following paragraph and give the word that each modifies. A few years ago, a family visited South Dakota and saw a famous monument to great American leaders. The Great American Leaders Monument. My mom took the pictures on the next page when we were visiting the scenic spot at Mount Rushmore National Memorial.
In that book, Johnny, you already have the answers. But the problem is check the meaning. Where are the pictures? On the next page. يبقى this phrase must be after what it modifies. Again, where is the spot? At the Mount Rushmore National Memorial. So all of this one thing. Preposition phrase to describe where is the scenic spot. If I change, the meaning changed. So do you mean the pictures at the mountain and the spot on the next page? No, so it's wrong. Again, as you can see, the mountainside behind us. So behind us to tell you where is the mountainside. So that means you must use the prepositional phrase after what it modifies. That's why. So we always be careful. Okay, my dear. So at home, you can read all of these examples and check the meaning and accept it as reading. Let's jump to adverb phrase. It's a prepositional phrase. It's a prepositional phrase. But it came after verb or after adjective or after adverb. All right? And the adverb in English, the adverb modify the adjective. So adjective, verb, verb, and another adverb. That is a trap. So if the phrase came after verb, we call it adverb, prepositional phrase. Okay, so what about the test? We will test you for the meaning. What does this phrase modify? Modify how did she answer? How did she answer with a smile? So the adverb phrase, John, modifies how, when, where, why, to what extent. Because it's adverb. And already in English, any adverb tells all of this. Again, how or where did they sail? Across the lake. The same meaning. So it comes after the verb. Again, when Christopher will be finished by, so it tells you when. So we call it adverb prepositional phrase. Again, the calculations earned by more preposition phrase after the verb. So it modifies to what extent the mistake is more than 2 inches. You catch it?
Yes.
That is the point. Now let's go to see the next. What is the next now? Let's see. Of course, we have a lot of examples. Here, good at modifies adjective. Here, at modifies better, and both of them adjective are for examples. Here we have adverb. As you know, additional examples you can revise at home. No problem. But in this point, we have a simple trap. What's it? This is adverb phrase. It modifies the verb. And this adverb phrase modifies the verb. So you have two options. To put it before the sentence, like that, or at the end of the sentence. The same is the same meaning. So it has the same meaning, no problem. So two positions, two placement, yes. No problem. But sometimes we can add two adverb phrases, okay? We can add millions. But the problem, does it describe or not? Here describe where the action happened. Where? At the museum. When? During summers. But if I change At the museum, my older sister works during summer, the same meaning, because both of them modify the same verb. So if you change it, no problem. But the problem that you must use comma after the phrase, because at the beginning of the sentence. At the end, you should not use comma. So be careful about that. This is a simple mistake. If you forgot the comma, wrong. If you put comma here, wrong. That's why. Now, John, we need to read together to understand the difference in this example. Let's read. Can you read it?
Every summer, my older sister works at a museum. Identify the adverb phrases in the following sentence and give the word of the words each phrase modifiers. The concept of time has inspired many figures of speech over the years. Over the years has inspired. That
Do we have any difference? Yes. Simple difference in meaning. The conductor complimented Lee's performance after the concert. So he did the action after the concert. يبقى did Leah perform after the concert? You said here's the performance after the concert. So this is phrase modify performance. Okay, but did she perform after the concert was over? Or he said the compliment after the concert? This is phrase modify the verb. But that means sometimes when you change the placement of the phrases, the meaning changes. Here it does not change, but here it changes. So be careful in the test. If I change the position, the meaning changes. So it's wrong. So we need to check which meaning is needed in the test. And of course, we will answer the questions in test very soon to see how it comes in the questions. All right. Now let's see the examples. Now check the meaning. This is phrase modify expressions. We use time expressions in everyday speech. In everyday speech, it tells you where we use. It does not describe expressions. Why? Because this is adverb, and the adverb does not modify noun. So it modifies the verb. So be careful. Adverb modifies verb or adjective or adverb, not noun. So it modifies use. So where do you use time expressions in everyday speech? So the phrase in the correct place. Again, prepositional phrase at the beginning. It modifies the verb. Check. You may have heard. Where? Where do you hear or hear the expression "I'm out of mind" in conversation? If this action happened in conversation. So the phrase at the beginning followed by comma, correct. Again, number 10. In the meantime, time marches. So the action marches happened in meantime. Marches on under the steady gaze of Father Time. The same. This preposition modify the verb. And here we have another preposition phrase that modifies gaze. So everything is correct. If this means everything in the correct placement and the meaning is clear. So be careful. That's right. Now it's your turn, Captain John. Is this phrase in the correct place?
However, if you are sitting in a waiting room, time drags. No,
No, in the correct place.
no, it
Why?
isn't.
It incorrect place. Where are you sitting? In a waiting room. That's it. It's because here it tells you where the action happened. So ask yourself where you are sitting in a room. So it's correct. طب can I say you are sitting in time drags? No. You catch it? If this phrase it comes after what it modifies, so it's incorrect place. That's why. Again, with your friends, preposition phrase, but it's placed after the verb. Is it incorrect place? Yes. With whom you chat? Friends. So you are chatting with your friends, correct? Again, you are chatting with time flies? No.
No,
If, if this phrase must comes after what it modifies.
yes,
That is the point, my dear friend. So that means we when we read any answer in the test, we need to take care. And when I write in English in the world, I must take care about my preposition phrase when I write. Is it in the correct place or not? Why? To avoid confusion for the reader. What if you are texting me on WhatsApp or text your father, mother, and you change the position of phrases, you change the meaning. So be careful. Right now, we are going to read a simple paragraph and do a check about is it adverb phrase or adjective phrase. Very simple. Just look after or before the noun. Here we have preposition phrase after noun, so it's adjective, like that. Here it's a preposition phrase, it comes after adjective. An adjective, so it's an adverb, because adverb modifies adjective. Now it's your turn. How about number 10? Why it's adverb?
it is an narcissus flower. This one.
Oh yeah, for number 10. Do you know why? Because it comes after verb. So it modifies the verb. When he died, he turned into. So this phrase must be after what? It modifies. So it is in correct place. Here verb, so we call it adverb prepositional phrase. So in the test, we will not ask you for the meaning, adjective or adverb, but we'll test the meaning. Is it in the correct place or in another place? So we check the meaning. So at home, inshallah, you can revise all of these. Read the question, read the answer, check. But your job at home, try to understand why it's adverb, why it's adjective. This way. And remember, we have a question and the possible answers. And this is a teacher edition. I give it to you as a gift. To read the question, to check the answers. Why? Because we have a workbook to answer it alone without answers. Yes, John. Right. So this is for you to revise. Here we have a lot of exercises. Read and answer and check at home. Okay. So that is called prepositional phrase. We have another phrase in English. It's called verbal phrases. It is from the name verb. So it starts with a verb. All right. There is. But before we study the phrases, we need to understand what means a participle phrase. What means a participle? Participle verb plus ing. So we have to present participle if it's a verb plus ing. Let's see. Let's see. Why we call it present? Because it's verb plus ing. Okay. What is the function of this past participle? As an adjective to the noun. So verb plus ing equals adjective or noun. Here it's used as an adjective to the noun rain. Here again, look, we saw the raccoon escaping. So when we saw the raccoon was escaping. So who or what is escaping? Who? So you must use the participle after what it modifies. Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. طيب. Can I use the participle at the beginning like that? Watching the clock, yes. Who? The coach. So we have phrase, comma, subject, verb complement, subject, verb, and then complement. Who did this action? The subject. So who was watching? Coach, trainer, right? Who became what? Coach. So the coach did the two action. Why not? But how can I understand? So simple, like that. When the coach was watching the clock, he became worried. That is the meaning. How about the test? The test will give you verb, but perhaps the subject does not do this verb. Maybe, maybe if the coach did not do this action, the answer is wrong. And we will see answers today in an official test. But we need to understand. Okay. Sometimes we have verb phrase. It's the verb of the sentence and it has participle. Okay, no problem. Training good. So all of this is a verb, not adjective. This is a verb, not adjective. If it is adjective, it's followed by noun. But here is a verb. So what is the function of verb plus ing? Adjective, if it's followed by noun. Noun, if it's used as subject, for example, or verb. Here it's a verb. Okay, this is called the present participle phrase. How about past participle phrase? You know it already. What's that? Verb plus ed, or a regular verb. Very easy. Appealed and sliced. What? The noun. So the verb plus ed can used as adjective or verb. No problem. Here it's adjective to the noun cucumber. Here it's adjective to the noun speaker. So Mr. The adjective can be before the noun, yes. The adjective can be after the noun, yes. But we have some rules. If you wanted to use it in the middle, you must use commas. So the speaker was loudly applauded. And how about this phrase? Past participle phrase. Look, past participle, and then the phrase to modify, to describe the noun before. So we call it adjective. That's why. Is that clear, Dr. John?
Yes.
Let's try to know more about it. Here it's a verb because it's a verb of sentence. I is subject and there's a verb and there's object. It's not adjective. Here's a verb again. We understand it. All right. Let's see examples. The prancing horses. Adjective to the noun. Here, colorful flags waving. Adjective to the noun flag. So he wants you to know the participle, use an adjective. So easy as he did. Schedule past participle to modify game. That's why here setting to modify parents, settings parents were sitting. Here branches tapping. So the branches were tapping. The leaves were rustling. You catch it?
Yes.
That is my dear. So that is what we could know. Now let's see the next. How about this example? Tell me, what was marching? Marching in step. Oh,